Hello everybody and welcome in. My name is Pristine Frog and today I want to talk with you about the QIO array. This QIO drive array is one of the most underrated storage systems in modern Minecraft. Even people who use Mekanism regularly choose things like Applied Energistics or Refined Storage instead of the QIO drive, but not me, right? As I sit in my AE2 storage room. This device is super handy. It is early game availability. In almost any mod pack, in any way you get this, this is most likely the recipe you're going to see. Some mod packs might gate this behind having uh, plutonium or polonium pellets, but almost always this QIO drive array is doable day one, as well as the first level of drives, which is this QIO drive, which can hold 16,000 items of up to 128 different types. It doesn't sound like much, but when you fill this drive bay up with those drives, it actually holds quite a bit, and you're going to have a hard time filling it up if you're doing it properly. And by properly, I mean inside of any electronic storage system, whether it be QIO, refined storage, or applied energistics, you are not supposed to be putting in all of the items with MBT data, like armor and weapons and all these other things that are enchanted with stuff and have weird mod tags and stuff like that. These systems are meant for bulk item storage of stackable items. I am guilty of using this for just random things all the time that are not supposed to be in here, like this, or armor, or weapons, stuff like that that shouldn't be in there, like this. But that's a risk that some people are willing to take, or that they just get too lazy to pull them out and put them in other systems. The way that this system works after you build it and you put your first drives into there, you can hover right here and see the amount of items you can have and your current number of items. And it will also show you the type of items you have and how many items you are allowed to have in there as well. You're going to have to set the frequency. You have a choice between public mode, where everybody can see it and access it. You have trusted mode, where only people on your trusted list can actually get into your system. And you have private mode, where only you can get into your system. Once you have that all set up, you will also do your QIO dashboard. The QIO dashboard is going to be extremely cheap to make, just like all the other parts of the early stages of this. This is generally what you're going to end up with. Lead, or sometimes osmium goes here depending on what mod pack you're in, ender pearls, glass pane, and the teleportation core. All of this, again, is day one stuff that you can get pretty fast and easily. Once you just a message from Future Frog here, if you want to connect this into an AE2 storage system as well, you put the storage bus down and you toss this QIO dashboard on top of that, and now Applied Energistics will be able to see everything that is inside the QIO dashboard and interact with it, and that is how you do that. Once you're inside your QIO dashboard, right here on the frequency, if you hover over it, you can see the items you're allowed to have in there and what you have in there, and the types of items you're allowed as well. Off to the side again, you'll set the frequency, and you'll notice down here where it's red, or in my hotbar where it's red, when you change the color down here, it'll change the color of all of your linked devices, including your panels and your importers and exporters, which we'll talk about here in a little bit. What this will also do is it'll give you access to 3 crafting windows, the same as if you are using your portable QIO dashboard. You can also access 3 different things and it will save. So if I was doing redstone for this one and I needed another one right here, I can just keep going in there and I don't always have to clear these if I don't want to. Inside of here also, you are going to be able to lock them. So every time you open this, your crafting window will also open. And this does let you craft from JEI or EMI, just like anything else. If your crafting window is open and you click in and you press this button right here, you will automatically put it into your crafting window and be able to craft it. You can change the height of this device, and you can also change if it's going to put items into or out of your storage, or into and out of your storage from your crafting grids. very, very useful. Now, I've said about these privacy settings on here, public, trusted, and private mode. And the way that you do this is with the security desk from Mekanism. Again, a pretty easy thing to craft up and make. You can do this day one as well. And with this security desk, you're going to come and drop it down. And inside of here, you will say that you want to add in somebody who is trusted. Trusted, whoever, we'll just say the name is trusted player, and you can add them into your list on here as well. Obviously that one didn't work, so we can just do that. No one is on this server with us right now, so let's say we want to add Sizzlesort on there. Sizzlesort is an active player on this SMP. He is the owner, and so we can put him on the trusted list. But you'll notice that we can also change the mode of our devices as well. So if we want trusted, we can come over here and turn override on, and now any trusted player can access all of our machines. And that will work if we come over here and look, and we go to set the privacy settings. It will be overridden right here. It says trusted is overridden by this machine. So the security override is on. And even if we say like all private machines are now on trusted, we come over here again, you can see that we can't really change anything. It is overridden. Turn it on trusted mode, same thing. We come over here, it's on trusted mode, it's overridden. So that is how you do it. It does get buggy sometimes, I'm not gonna lie, but overall it does work just fine. Now moving on, we have three options for using QIO storage in here. Not only can we put things in through the dashboard, we have an importer and an exporter. Inside of here, the importer is usually not going to be set up in a way that would filter items. You'll put this on a chest or something. And again, just like with the dashboard here, you can always just look here and see how many items are in your storage and how many types of items. And you can set up a new filter by just coming here, doing item stack, tag, or mod ID, and you can just drag and drop things. So you can say, hey, I want all things from Mekanism to be filtered into this system as well, or you can import without a filter. Same thing with the exporter. You can set this up with a filter tag if you want, and also change the security settings for that. The Redstone adapter is very useful. It used to be more useful in my opinion, but it is still very useful. What this does is it will send a redstone signal based upon a given stock item in your inventory. So let's say we have this thing hooked up to our either our ore generation or to our iron smelting and processing station. If we have more than 10,000, less than 10,000, equal to, blah, blah, you can set this up to whatever parameter you want. And if your storage system right here has that 10,000 item count, or doesn't have that 10,000 item count, whatever you set it for, it will trigger a redstone signal that can shut off machines or set off processes, disconnect cables, etc. One way that we can use all this is through our ore refinement setup, which I'll show you guys my setup here. You can see one way that you can use this. Here we have the importer on top of my ore laser base, and all of the ores that are being produced from my laser base automatically get sucked up into the system and then sent to their proper station. Now obviously here I can just put a pipe here and do that if I wanted to. However, this ensures that only the proper items are going to go into each system, because we have ore refinement for each item that could possibly be refined, so there's no mix-up in the slurries at all. Coming down to the end here, if you're just using QIO, of course, you can import those ores back into the QIO system instead of doing what I'm doing, which is exporting them into drawers and AE2 for storage. Again, there's plenty of ways to use this system, but this is one of them. And this is also where you would set up something like the redstone signal to shut off machines that you don't want to use anymore as well. So let's say that we have this going on here. You can set this to take in a signal from your storage, and it would shut this off and limit how much is being processed in here once that system runs out. I hope that this video helped you guys understand a little bit about Mekanism QIO. If you have any questions, please leave them down below, because quite frankly, I suck at making videos, and I never know what I missed until somebody says, hey, you didn't talk about this and you missed it. What's wrong with you? You're a dummy. So drop me some comments down below if this helped you or not, or if you need some more help in figuring things out. Bye bye.